Welcome back to No Limits Wrestling. Still to come, Randy Orton will take on Mr. Kennedy in a grudge match heading into the Royal Rumble. But speaking of the Royal Rumble, two men gonna be entering that Rumble Sunday, compete in a match right now in the ring. You see there, Chavo Guerrero, and he's waiting for his opponent, who has not only one but two matches at the Royal Rumble. That man is Rey Mysterio, and aside from being in the Royal Rumble, he will be competing for the Intercontinental Championship against Alberto Del Rio. It will be 2 out of 3 falls. The winner of that match becomes Intercontinental Champion. And he's got that on his mind, but he's also got on his mind the 30-man Royal Rumble. Both of these men going to be entering, but you got to think Rey Mysterio, because of his size, it's probably not going to be likely he's going to win, but he's proved people wrong in the past. Of course, anything can happen in NLW, and anything can happen in the Royal Rumble. And here we go, we're underway. They lock up Chavo Guerrero with a hip throw, belly to belly, and now they're on the floor. Guerrero with the headlock, Rey Mysterio again with the arm. This is going to be technical, fast-paced style by these two men. Both are no strangers to competing against each other. And now Chavo Guerrero with the arm of Rey Mysterio. But Rey in the ropes, and look at this! That was incredible. That is the fast-paced, high-flying style of Mysterio, and again he reverses. Here's the cover, and Rey almost caught out Chavo with a series of great moves. Rey back up, but so's Chavo, and Chavo going to go for the clothesline, but again, arms around the waist of Chavo Guerrero, and is it going to be, and a German suplex by Rey Mysterio, hip toss, and now Rey with the drop kick in the corner. Chavo got to watch out, and you got to think that Alberto Del Rio must be watching this match to scout his opponent for the Royal Rumble. And he just got slapped across the chest there. And Guerrero, what's he got in mind? Well, he's got him up, and he's got him up high. Drops him down, and there's a suplex by Chavo Guerrero. Of course, part of that legendary Guerrero family would love to win the Royal Rumble and add to the Guerrero legacy. But at the moment, he's wailing on Mysterio in the corner. Rey gotta get some momentum here, but it's difficult because Chavo, he's got that backbreaker on. His back worked across the knee of Chavo. Rey Mysterio's got to get out of this, and he does. Oh, look at that, so quick. But Guerrero kicks out. So quick, the offense of Rey Mysterio, that's really hard to watch and commentate at the same time. And followed a big backhand shot to Chavo. Rey Mysterio so fast, so quick, his opponent doesn't know what to do. And now he's on the top rope, but Guerrero, Chavo had that scouted at that moment in time, and Rey Mysterio goes crashing to the floor. Obviously 30 men competing in the Royal Rumble. These two want to build momentum, and look at that. Drop kick to the post. And you know, Chavo Guerrero, he's holding his own against Mysterio at the moment. Many of us didn't expect that to happen. But he want to show a strong showing in the Royal Rumble, because you've got many superstars going to be returning, going to be debuting, and oh, look at that! Rey Mysterio, quick maneuver with a drop kick to the face. That's how he's going to win the Intercontinental Championship, and how he's going to win the Royal Rumble if he does. And now, and a crossbody. Crossbody over the top by Rey. Chavo Guerrero's down and out, look at him. Rey Mysterio, like a fighter jet, so quick, but so deadly. There was the drop kick, and here he went over the ropes. Chavo Guerrero's dazed and confused, he's looking up into the heavens. All he sees is Rey Mysterio, the masked marvel, deliver a senton, seated senton that time. Chavo's down. Rey Mysterio posing. Alberto Del Rio must be watching in the back. But so far, whoa. I was about to say Rey was on the upper hand. But Chavo with a devastating clothesline just then to slow things down, and here you go, Chavo taunting the crowd. Crowd not happy, but sections of it looking at what Mysterio's doing. Rey, he's up, and look at this, drop kick. Rey Mysterio in control now. Chavo Guerrero better watch out. And elbow to the gut. Elbow to the gut. Chavo is down. Rey Mysterio gonna send a message to the Intercontinental Champion. Is it gonna be a 619? Wait a minute! Oh my god! What the hell? Talk about sticking your nose into someone else's business. Clearly Rey Mysterio not the only one with intent to send a message. Just then, Alberto Del Rio with a sickening shot with the belt. Rey's going to win this by disqualification, but clearly Del Rio doesn't care. He just wants to send the message. Look at this belt shot right across the face. Devastating. And Rey Mysterio, he's still in the ring. Alberto Del Rio's gotten the hell out of there. This Sunday, 2 out of 3 falls for the Intercontinental title at the Royal Rumble. Rey Mysterio versus Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio may have got the upper hand tonight, but will Rey Mysterio tackle the odds and defeat him for the title at the Royal Rumble? So much going on, but Del Rio is intent.
Alone in a room by myself was a major mistake, because I think it's driven me certifiably out of my mind. Because being crazy was the only thing that kept me from going insane. Unfortunately for my opponents, somebody has to pay for tonight's transgressions. Welcome to the age of apocalypse. I'm in a game of fools without no rules. Monsters ball, they'll take the fall. I drop the bait, I decide their fate. Dropping the bomb, intellectual Vietnam. Hardcore to the bone, my home is your home. Welcome to the Terrordome. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Now let me out of here, cause I wanna hurt somebody. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Hope you're ready, ladies and gentlemen, for what's going to be a matchup of epic proportions. Here he comes, the Viper, Randy Orton. And as he makes his way into the arena, you've got to wonder how he's even able to compete here tonight, especially following that attack last week at the hands of Batista. Batista coming out here in a fit of rage and literally throwing Randy Orton right off the stage. Questions have been asked about how Randy Orton would be able to compete in the Royal Rumble, let alone tonight. But as he poses, he's in for one hell of a fight against the cocky, brash, arrogant young Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy hasn't been seen since he lost the Hardcore Championship I Quit match at Uprising. He was set on fire, he was put through barbed wire, and he went through absolute hell. Tonight, in his first match back, he takes on the Viper Randy Orton. Both of these men will be entering the Royal Rumble Sunday, and a win tonight will propel these men's momentum heading into that match Sunday. Orton looks at Anderson. Anderson looks at Orton. And Kennedy or Anderson, whatever you want to call him, is ready, and so's Orton, and now the match is underway as they lock up, and Orton with a headlock. Orton's got to dictate the pace in the early going of this matchup if he's going to get anywhere, and as Kennedy shoves Orton into the ropes. But now Kennedy with a reversal, and now the headlock by Kennedy. And this is why you got to get the upper hand early in the matchup, and a shoulder block takedown by Mr. Kennedy. Orton's down. And now, Kennedy going to slow the pace in the early part of the matchup. Doesn't want to get too fast. Otherwise he might be caught out by the Viper. Because Randy Orton, we've seen in the past, he can catch you out at any time. And just like he did there, the reversal and now the headlock by Orton. Orton applying it with force. And Kennedy in a bad way at the moment. But maybe Orton drags Kennedy over to the ropes. They're back up, and now Orton, the viciousness and brawling style being shown right now with the shots to the face of Kennedy, just unloading on him, and now they're in the corner. Randy Orton, look at this. This is vicious style. The referee telling Orton to get him out of the ropes. It's close to a choke. But now look at Orton. Orton gonna send Kennedy face first off the top turnbuckle. Kennedy in a bad way, but there's a cheap shot that the crowd wasn't happy about. But now, Orton raking the eyes of Kennedy. Kennedy, that was bad. His eyes raked. Oh, look at this. Oh. Kennedy just about had that scouted. I don't know if he meant to, but Randy Orton going for the drop kick. Couldn't get it that time. And now Kennedy on the offensive. Raking his face against the ropes. They're back in the corner, but Randy Orton had that scouted in a massive trademark uppercut by the Viper. He's like a coiled snake ready to strike, and he's doing that now. He's going after Kennedy with kicks to the kidneys. Randy Orton going to get his frustrations out on Kennedy tonight, following a series of attacks by Batista. All this because Batista was eliminated by Orton in the Elimination Chamber. And meanwhile, Orton's face bouncing off the exposed turnbuckle. Kennedy now has Orton on his shoulders, and in a matter of seconds does this. There it is, the Kenton bomb, and there's the cover. And a kick out. It's difficult to commentate over this, as if we haven't had enough problems tonight. Many superstars debuting here. But now, look at Orton. Orton with the backbreaker. Orton with the backbreaker while Kennedy has back turned. And Kennedy is on the outside right now. Seems to be reeling from that last flurry of offense from Orton. But Kennedy looks to be... Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Oh, and Kennedy had that scouted. Kennedy had that scouted to grab the arm of Orton and drive his face into the ring post. And look at this, he's got him over his shoulder. And look at this, massive power slam onto the outside. The crowd is not happy with this. But Kennedy is the man who is in control for the most part at the moment. A massive slam onto the outside, and Orton's in trouble. Look at this. There it is. Kennedy. Now he's dictating the pace at the moment with a headlock on Orton, slowing him down. The Legend Killer, as he's been known, is being slowed by Kennedy. Now he tries to get back to his feet. Orton in a bad way, but can he get out of this? And he does, and a back suplex. A massive back suplex by Randy Orton to Mr. Kennedy. And maybe Orton can now bounce back from this. We are at the limits of our power. The lighting in the arena is dimming, but these men are going to continue to fight nevertheless. And Orton, flurry of offense, a massive clothesline. Kennedy getting back up, but Randy Orton, second clothesline. Kennedy continues to get back up and fight, but Randy Orton, 3 clotheslines in a row. 3 times the charm for Orton, and now he's got Kennedy back up again. And the massive scoop slam, vintage Randy Orton, as Michael Cole would say. But there's a kick out by Kennedy. Kennedy in a bad way from that offense, and now Randy Orton in that place that he goes. The voices in his head telling him to deliver an RKO perhaps. And it was all over so quickly. Can Kennedy turn this around? And he does. And now Kennedy with the Russian leg sweep. A Russian leg sweep by Kennedy. And again, we apologise for the lighting difficulties we're having. But that's just the way it is, unfortunately. As Kennedy climbs to the top rope, Orton is looking at the skies. And a massive splash by Kennedy. everyone in this arena senses that what's going to happen next may not be best for Randy Orton. Kennedy is waiting for the Viper to get up. Randy Orton in trouble at the moment. Kennedy going to go for the mic check perhaps. He's got Orton where he wants him. Orton. Oh, wait a minute, look at this. And once again, like so many times in the past, an RKO out of nowhere. And this is going to be it for Kennedy. And Randy Orton has picked up a vital victory. It was crucial. And he is one step closer to the Royal Rumble Sunday. Kennedy going to have to pick himself up after this loss. But Randy Orton, with all the momentum, heading in to the 30-man Royal Rumble. You see here, Kennedy had this in his hands, he had it in his grasp. But it was this RKO out of nowhere that Randy Orton picked up the victory. Kennedy contemplating what he's going to have to do to win the Royal Rumble Sunday. Not in a good position to do so, but Randy Orton, he is poised. He's ready for the Rumble. And I think Randy... Wait a minute, what the hell is this? Oh, it's that bastard. Excuse me, but I think I have the right to call him that after what he's done to Randy Orton. First beating him down with a chair in the Elimination Chamber, costing Randy Orton's dream. Look at his eyes. First the pushing him off the stage, and now this. What is he doing? What is he planning? Oh my god! Oh my god, he just drove him through the barricade. The crowd is speechless. Oh my god. What more can you do? 3 attacks in a row. Randy Orton. Will he make it to the Royal Rumble? Batista certainly will. And he'll be waiting. Oh my god, well, as we gather our thoughts, coming up next. Next week, the final face-off before the Royal Rumble, Shawn Michaels and John Cena. Subscribe if you don't want to miss it.